Once again, time to fly my E-Flite Turbo Team Revolution. It's a fantastic one. I think it might be like certainly in the top 3 of all my RC airplanes I've tried. So let's get with this one up in the air again then. Just pushing it and it just jumps up in the air. So it's a stall, short takeoff and landing RC airplane, this Turbo Team Revolution from E-Flite. And Horizon Hobby, they are like the leading brand when it comes to foam RC airplanes. I mean, they have just lots of great RC airplanes. But I also think that they have made just too many timbers. I mean, I think they have like Timber, Turbo Team Revolution, Timber X, Night Timber X, Twin Timber, UMX, Turbo Timber, UMX, Turbo Team Revolution. I mean, the list goes just on and on. I can just, it's just so many RC airplanes. I think this one is really like the sweet spot. It's not too expensive, in my opinion, when you purchase the BNF version. You have a good set of electronics inside, Metal Gear servos, which should be just a must on any RC airplane in this size at least. Nice telemetry capable 60 amp speed controller. Has a good receiver. Super nice performance. Go around and flies fun, more or less just how you please. I certainly enjoy to just do inverted loops. Very easy. Today I have more or less no wind, just a slight breeze, and it becomes much more enjoyable to fly also. I don't think that the wind influenced this plane too much. It's kind of heft to it. It's a little bit heavy. It just holds around just great in the air. And I'm flying this on a 4S 2200 mAh battery 50C. I'm not really interested in purchase any larger batteries than my 4S 2200 and 50C batteries. And I'm not into like EDF RC airplanes in any serious way, at least. So with prop driven RC airplanes, I think a 30C or 50C works just fine. And I also don't think that the Spectrum batteries are the best batteries you can purchase. Certainly are some other with better performance. But I have them just for convenience. I mean, I have like 3 chargers, so I can charge 6 batteries just at one time. And I'm just having a look at the weather report, and when I see it's good weather, just charge a lot of batteries, maybe like 25 batteries, and go to the flying field. And any RC airplane which you can handle great on the grass is very welcome. Just in my hangar then. I enjoy to do bush style grass flights and just kind of work the environment. Of course I want to avoid trees and such, but I mean, give me just a good sized grass field and I will sure just fly any RC airplane that can handle it. Really well, slow flying RC airplane as well. I haven't experienced any bad flying behavior from this plane whatsoever. So I have a light flight log telemetry warnings then set up, but then I get a message of holds, or not a hold, of frame losses. But if you have a hold, it's like a loss of control of your RC airplane, but frame losses. And I discovered that if I have the antenna on my NX10 then just pointing straight away from my body, which you usually have when you have the controller more or less just horizontal, and you have the plane in a really low altitude, then you get these frame losses. So if you really want to avoid to have these frame losses, which I mean, I don't think that they matter, then you could just slightly tilt the antenna so that it is more vertical, and then I think you will experience like probably like 0 frame losses. And that's a good thing. I mean, if you like to do low and slow flying, just aim the antenna a little bit upwards so it is more or less just vertical. Then I think you will have a much improved signal reception and just avoid to have these frame losses. And this was something I just discovered by experimenting and just by having these warnings then set on my TX. So telemetry is a good thing. Have lots of information just to help you while flying. And I have like 30 seconds left on the timer then. So usually I can fly until I get some speed controller warnings then from the telemetry, like low battery voltage low warning. When I'm flying this one gentle, it can keep on going for quite some time. Usually I set a timer for 5 minutes, which is, I mean, just good for filming. I don't want to show like a 20 minutes flight or 50 minutes. It's just boring. Very nice and soft touchdown. I mean, this is like the flagship plane or the flagship like model of E-Flite RC airplanes. I mean, they have just lots of models and I've tried many of them. But there's something special about this one because it's such an easy build and it's just a able and featured RC airplane. So I cannot say anything that it's other than that. This is just a highly recommend high wing 1.5 meter RC airplane.